Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dork side. I am the Dork in the Road, and today I'm not just wearing this stylish Icon Field Armor compression shirt, but I'm gonna review it. That's right everyone, I'm the Dork in the Road and I want to be your internet riding buddy, so please consider subscribing and don't forget to turn on those notifications so that you know when I post awesome new content just like this. So this is the Icon Field Armor compression shirt. It is intended as a sort of base layer protection armor for motorcycle riders. It has a poly-stretch mesh chassis. It has a poly-stretch mesh chassis. Say that 3 times fast. With D3O armor at the chest, shoulders, elbows, back. Your impact panels are reinforced with an aramid that is a Kevlar fiber to help with abrasion resistance if you were to go down and slide on this bad boy. It's designed to be worn under your normal riding apparel. I like to wear it under a jersey when I'm riding off-road personally. The chassis is made of a stretch Hydra dry moisture wicking material. All of these orangish sections that you see, shoulder, elbow, back, chest, that's D3O, that's the molecular armor. It's very soft and pliable, but is designed, engineered to absorb impact while being comfortable and pliable when you're not currently crashing, which for most of us is a lot of the time, I hope. This is mostly designed as a street riding product, that's my guess. Designed for hot weather street riding, but I've personally been using it on some trail riding, expeditions, and some forced road riding stuff. So I'm mostly an off-road rider, and that's where the focus of my talk will be, but I'll have some general thoughts in here about how it would work for most motorcyclists on the street as well. The pros, what do I like about this gear? First of all, it's very comfortable. I'm not uncomfortable at all sitting here. You have full range of motion. I've worn it multiple multi-day excursions. I've worn it in 90-degree heat. I've worn it on trails. I've dropped the bike. I've been on and off the bike, hiked up hills, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of terrains, and it's never once bothered me in the time that I've had it in terms of movement or airflow. Flows a ton of air, you almost forget you're wearing the thing, and the moisture wicking works great, so it captures enough sweat and pulls it away from the body that you actually get a little bit of a cooling factor as the air starts to flow, and since the air flows through, it's very comfortable in my opinion. I think it looks cool. It looks fine like this, a little bit Power Ranger-y, but it looks really good under a jersey. You don't get that, it's not super bulky, so you don't get that kind of Power Ranger or linebacker look when you're wearing traditional armor like a roost guard or even hard plastic armor. So in terms of looks, it's A+ compared to the other options out there in my opinion. One thing I really like is you get a lot of these sort of soft armor or just armor only setups, and they're great in terms of impact protection, but they rarely have any slide protection. And that's always annoyed me when I see riders out, especially on the street, wearing just the hard armor pieces, because in a slide, those armor pieces they can come off, they can come loose, right? They're not designed for that. And so what I really enjoy about this armor is that these impact areas, it's not just the mesh fabric, but there's aramid reinforcements. There's actual Kevlar in here, and that's going to buy you precious seconds of slide time and keep your armor in place. That's the other thing that's important. I really, really like the Kevlar reinforcement. I think that was a really thoughtful and excellent addition in terms of safety. And so it's just kind of unique in my experience among these sort of armor-only setups. It's also super versatile. So this thing is base layer. You can put it under a hoodie. You can put it under a rain jacket on a rainy day. You could put it under your existing motorcycle jacket for extra protection. You can wear it under a jersey like I do. You can wear it by itself. A lot of people, I'm sure, will wear this just by itself as their top layer in the super heat. And so the versatility, it's utilizable in a lot of situations. Like I said, designed for the street, but I've been using it for trail riding for weeks now. What are my concerns? What are my cons? What do I not like about this gear? Well, one, I have concerns about crash protection, particularly in the elbows. This elbow armor is very thin. It's thinner D3O than, I've got D3O in another jacket, I've got D3O in a pair of pants, and it's a lot thicker. This is pretty thin D3O, and so my concern is it's probably okay when you hit a flat surface, but in the areas where I ride, you're usually going to fall on uneven rocks or branches. The ground is not going to be even, and that's going to lead to pointy impacts, and I don't know if there's enough protection here for those pointy impacts. It's a hell of a lot better than nothing. I mean, by far, bar none, but I would like to see a little bit more reinforcement in the elbows in particular, because when I go down off-road, my elbows almost always hit the ground. There could be more armor in specific places, so this panel here, this is D3O, but these on the outside are just foam. And so while that offers some protection, it's definitely not as good as D3O. The same on the back. So the spine, down your spine, is D3O, and then there's a couple areas on the sides, but anything beside that middle piece of D3O is foam. So I would like to see those areas fully reinforced in D3O. That would make me feel better. I mentioned the elbow padding being super thin. It's really great for movement. It's very comfortable, but it concerns me in a crash. What I really wish is that you had the option to zip off the lower half of the sleeve, and I could run my regular elbow pads with this. That would be fantastic. So this is my chest armor and shoulder armor, and then just my regular hard elbow pads, knowing that when I go down, that's the place that's most likely to hit. So that would be a cool option to have. It doesn't have it. I'm not really sure how to wash it. So from what I can tell from the care instructions on the tag, you can't throw it in the washer because of the D3O, but you can't take the D3O out. So I wish maybe the D3O was removable so that you could wash the shirt. So I guess I'm left with kind of hosing it down or soaping it up, getting it with some soapy water on it, but it's so close to your skin that it's definitely going to eventually start to smell as your sweat works its way through. And the other thing about the D3O not being removable is if something were to happen, if you were to rip it or break it or rip a piece or something, I think the whole shirt, you just got to replace it. So I wish that individual panels were replaceable. So my final conclusion, what do I think? What's the too long didn't read? How do I feel? Do I recommend this gear? I always say the best armor is the armor you'll actually wear. If you've ever considered not throwing on your gear anywhere because it was too hot, this shirt will save you, because I would be comfortable wearing this in almost any temperature. I've been sitting here making this video for 15 minutes and I'm very comfortable still. So this is very comfortable armor. You forget that you're wearing it. It flows lots of air. It's very flexible. And so if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're like, I'm not sure I'm going to throw my jacket on, then having this armor and putting it on is way better than going out without it or not riding because of your gear is uncomfortable. In that sense, this is a fantastic product because it's a hell of a lot better than nothing. And if there's a situation where you might wear nothing, it's great to have this and to throw on as an alternative. I don't mean nothing. Like, you're not riding naked, are you? Don't recommend it. It's comfortable enough to wear all day. Never gets in your way no matter what you're doing on the trail, no matter how technical, no matter how much you're moving around. I can't say that for my hard roost guard and my hard armor. It doesn't pinch you. It moves and flows as it needs to. So it's super comfortable. I can't emphasize enough how comfortable it is. I'd also be comfortable wearing it on city streets. I think the Kevlar protection really pushes it over the edge for me. So if I was going to go out on a hot day and ride around town, I'd feel okay in this armor, knowing that if I went down, I had some slide protection. Here's the final word. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this armor. I'm gonna wear it a ton in the summer, probably into the fall, and I'm gonna wear it next spring too. Anytime it's hot and I go out on the trails or in the woods, when my regular gear, even my mesh gear might not be comfortable because of the heat, throw this compression shirt on, throw my Icon jersey on over it, probably in most cases, feel comfortable that I'm protected, but also physically be comfortable in the warm weather. So when it gets to 90 degrees, 95, 100 degrees as it does sometimes, I'm not gonna have to not go out because I'll have this gear as an option. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it's a great product. So if you have any questions about the Icon Field Armor compression shirt, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments. Retail price on this shirt is $150. I'll leave a link to Revzilla where you can check it out for yourself if you'd like to. So it's a little pricey. I guess I should have put that in the cons. It's kind of expensive compared to other types of armor, but the comfort factor is off the charts. If you liked the video, please don't hesitate to hit that like button. That really helps YouTube figure out that people like the thing and to show it to other people who might like the thing. And I appreciate that support. And if you want to really go above and beyond with your support, you might consider becoming a patron like these fine folks. Thanks, patrons. I appreciate you. You're my favorites. But for now, and as always, I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.
Excellent!
Goes really well with my Icon gloves. Oh yeah. I'm either a ninja or a burglar, or both. I'm a ninja burglar.